Hi, I'm Sue Boo, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to use the stamp set and a die from the Tasteful Touches Stampin' Up set, and we're going to use a few different techniques. So I've gone ahead, because I needed this to dry, on our watercolour shimmer paper. You might not be able to see this on camera, but if I put it like that, there's little like specks of shimmer in it. And all I've done is used a stamping block and just put this whole block into my Seaside spray, and then I've used my aqua painter to put some water on and stir the paint in the water, and then I've just washed over this, and I've done that a couple of times to give me quite a bit of colour. So as I say, this is on our shimmer paper, and it's suitable for watercolouring on. So this measures 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. So I've let that dry now. So this is dried. It does sometimes curl your card a bit, and this is why it's better to let it dry, and I'm just relaxing a bit, so it's fine. I've also got myself a piece of purple posy, and this measures 4 by 5 3/4. And then I have got myself 2 pieces of purple posy that measure 7/8 of an inch by let's see, 3 3/8. Okay, so you want 2 of those pieces. And what I've done is I've used the Forever Green, I think it's called, embossing folder, and I've put one on the edge here and then one on my edge there, and I've just run those through my mini die machine to give me this lovely impression here. Hiya Valerie, how are you? Hope you're well. And I've also cut myself a piece of Rococo Rose ribbon that roughly measures just over 4 inches, but I've cut into it with 2 slants. I've also put a piece of tear and tape on the back ready. Okay, now ahead of time I have stamped my Happy Easter and cut out using the Tasteful Touches die. So I've got my sentiment already. I've also ahead of time, and that's mint macaron, and I've also stamped out 2 of my sprigs from the Tasteful Touches, and I've done this again on the same shimmer card, and I've fussy cut around it. Okay, now what I'm going to do is show you our Whisper White ink pad. When you buy them, they come empty. There is no ink on them, and you buy them together as a set with the Whisper White ink and the plain ink pad. Now I have done a little bit of inking of this, but when you ink this, the ink just sits on the top. It is so thick, and if you just leave it there, it will just sit on the top like this. Okay, so what you need to do is you need to get a plastic spoon, and you need to press this into your ink pad. So you press it in, and that makes it sink into your ink pad. Okay, so I'm just putting that down into my ink pad like that. Okay, and you could keep going and doing that. I've not inked mine up very much so far. I just used it the other day to test it out, and that's how I've done it. So gonna just we're gonna use that now. So I'm just closing it for the moment until I've got my feather. So I've put my feather on from the Tasteful Touches die. I've put that on my block, and what I'm going to do is just do some stamping on here of my feather. So I'm just going to randomly stamp this on. So I'm going to ink this up. It really coats it. It's a very sticky, and it does take a while to dry. Now I don't know whether you're going to be able to see this. I thought it would show up more than what it is doing. I can see a very faint line of the feather. I'm going to see if you can see it in a minute when I bring it up. So just going to do that. It's very difficult, but it's giving it, I don't know whether you can actually see, it's very, very faint, the actual but it's giving it texture and a nice look, really feathery look. So I'm gonna do a few more. There we go. So I'll leave that for now. If I couldn't try it out ahead of time, but I don't know, I can see it. I'm thinking that it's going to be a bit hard for you to see. There's faint feather there, so it's giving me as I look at it, it could be the light for you, but I can see the texture on there, and that's looking rather nice. Now I am actually going to dry this, so I'm going to use my heat tool because I need it to dry a little bit more. So I'm going to plug my heat tool in, and it's going to be a bit noisy, sorry, so I'm going to take it a little bit further away from the camera to actually dry it. I think that's thoroughly dry. Just be careful when you do that you don't make your paper curl even more. Right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my seaside spray, and there's this beautiful looks like glue. It does. Yeah, it's very, I don't know whether you can see the feathers here. It's very difficult, the light's very difficult to see. Particularly when I hold it at this angle personally, I can see all my feather shapes on here. So it's, in reality, you can see it. However, unfortunately, it's not picking it up on the camera, so that's a shame. But to give it a better white finish, so more dramatic, I would suggest that you did it with Versamark and then some white embossing powder. So I'm going to just do kind of tone on tone. You can see that there. So I'm just going to do a couple of these and just going to do them either side. So I'll lift that up so that you can see. So I've just done a couple of the light lace. It's really, really pretty, this. I'm going to use this a lot more because I've not really begun. This kind of thing is great for background, making your background paper. So I haven't got my glue out. That's silly of me. There we go. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount up now on my card. I think I'll start at the very bottom, and I've just got your standard card size. So, but actually before I mount these up, I'm just going to, it's got some beautiful sentiments in this, and I'm just going to use one of the sentiments, which are "You are special." So I'm just going to peel off one of these. I'll clean it in my stamping scrub in a minute, but I'm going to do "You are special." And again, I'm going to use the Seaside spray on this. So just ink up my Seaside spray, and I'm just going to put this in the middle like that. There we go. And I'm going to come back in, I've decided, and I'm going to go back to my fancy lace bit, and I'm just going to put some, let's just make sure that is inked up properly, and I'm just going to do a little bit down in the bottom corner there, and spin that around and do a little bit in the top corner there. It's just so pretty, this. Hope you can see that. It's just so really, really lovely. Okay, so just give that temporary second or so to dry while I come in with, I'll do the front now. So I've got my purple posy, and I'm going to put my layer on now. I'm really at the bottom. I should have filled this up. I'm running out of glue. I can't wait for the shops to open back up so that I can get some more, because last time I had to buy 3 of it all at once. So can't wait for the shops to open up to me to be able to just go in and buy a bottle of glue when I want it. Right, so I'm going to just pop that and give myself equal increment around the outside. Now I wanted a decent border today, so I'm going to press this down. I'm just going to stick a bit more underneath there. Hopefully, oops. Stick this down because this has warped a little bit. That's it, it's coming down now. Lovely. Okay, now I've got these. Now I've not decided whether my, I think they're a little bit big, so I'm going to chop them down using my guillotine. This is a lovely little, it cuts small bits really good. So I'm just going to perhaps take it off that end. So I'm just going to cut it down maybe, let's see, let's have a look at 3/4 of an inch, whether I like 3/4 of an inch. So this is great when you want to take just a bit off, you want a straight edge. Yes, I think that's a better size. So I'm going to go for 3/4, but it was better to have actually done the 7/8, putting it into the embossing folder just to give you more pattern on and make it easy. That's it. Right. Also, I think I'll use this as well. I'm just going to make a slight, let's see how much of one. I'm going to make a slight diagonal, and I'm going to cut that the same on the other side. So I'm going to pick up the piece that I've just chopped off and reverse it so that, let's see, that I want it the same way, should I say. So I'm going to do it like that. That makes it opposite. I want it the same way. Now I'm going to eyeball it. So I'm just going to take in a little bit off. So it's given me Oh, I didn't want it that way. Never mind. It's going to be that way now. So I'm going to take another bit, slice off. You could use your scissors for this. I'm just choosing not to. Okay, so I've got a couple of pieces like that. And this is ready now. Just fold that down. Should have got my bone folder out really. Just do it with my nails. I'm going to mount this now onto my card. Oh, there we go. So this is the purple posy. It's like a lilac colour, and I've done the same with my banner to put on. Okay, so I'm going to put that in there, making sure I've got an equal increment all the way round. There we go. Now I'm going to bring in my 2 chevron pieces, and I'm going to offset those, think like that, and then I'm going to put my ribbon on the top like that. So I'm just going to see where I want those positioning. So I'll just put some glue on the back. There we go. And I'm going to quickly put some glue on the other side. It's beautiful how it embosses it. I just love it. So I'll position those 2, one off to the right, one off to the left, and overlapping each other. There we go. And I'm just going to touch the edge of my shimmer card. So make sure that they're straight. Got those in line. That's it. And then my ribbon, I've already put my tape on the back. So I'm going to pop my ribbon. See, do I want it that way? Doesn't make a difference. I'm going to pop that in the middle. So that will overshoot like that. And then now I'm going to bring in my sprigs. Oh, sorry, I'm wobbling the corner. And I'm going to put my Happy Easter on the top. So what I'm going to do, as I traditionally do, I thought I'd brought my tape out. I'll put it away again. I have. So I like to use my tear and tape and put it on the back of my sentiment label, and I'm going to put some on either side like this, and then peel it off, and then get my Happy Easter the right way, and then I will poke that out coming out of there, and then this one can come out the bottom here, and that a little bit further that way. Now I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. Get my dimensionals and pop a few dimensionals on here. So I'm actually going to pop them for a change on my sprigs as well, so that they will be elevated, and then pop a few onto the sentiment itself. So just peel the back off all of those. And just think where, whoops, off there. And let's see how that's looking. Cool. Pop that, think about there. Yep, happy with that. And then that can be popped down there like that. So we'll get some sparkly bits on there. Pick a few of my sparkly bits to go on. And let's put a few down there and one up there, and then one more around here. Okay, there we go. So that is my Happy Easter. So hope you like that. It's a shame you can't see. You have to turn it a certain way to be able to see the feathers, so it gives it more texture in the background. So I hope you like that. And then inside we've got You Are So Special. So it's a lovely stamp set, this. It's got a beautiful flower that can be used for a lot of things. Of course, the sprigs you can use for many different things, and then it's got this also background squares that you can use for things. Have I done any more sort of messing with it? I think no, it's just the flowers. So you know, it's very simple to make lovely things with it, really. Just really a pretty set. And then you've got these lovely sentiments. You are the best, and the good things in life is better with you, and just saying hello, and you're so special. So it is a really beautiful stamp set that you can do many different things with. It's again a great one for doing backgrounds. The stamp set, if you saw the one that I did with the double easel that I did yesterday, this used this flower and these leaves, but there I've used this flower as well. So it makes beautiful DSP. If you want to go, well, you could colour it any colour really, but it's just such a beautiful stamp image, and with the, as I say, with the elements that you get in the stamp set to be able to do lots of different background papers, it's really lovely. So thank you for dropping by and watching today. I forgot to bring my house code, so I'll just bring my house code in for a moment. So if you shop with me from the 28th of March up until the 25th of April, please use this house code. After the 25th, I'll be putting a new code up. But this is the code for April. So if you're on my YouTube channel, please subscribe, press the notification bell, so that any videos I upload you won't miss them, and I will put a link back to my Facebook page from the YouTube channel if you look in the description box, and there is a button on my business page that you can press to go to my shop. Anyone that shops with me, please use the host code, but you will always get a gift anyway. It doesn't matter the value of your order, whatever you shop, from the least to the greatest, you'll get a gift from me as well as a thank you card. But please put the house code in. Thank you very much. Appreciate that you've dropped by and watched me. Thank you, Valerie, for coming along. I appreciate you watching. And I will be back tomorrow with more crafty goodies. Thank you. Bye.